said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Cornhuskers will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 25. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Back and leaves it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. LSU quick to the line. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. He's loose. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical, and they stick their face in the fan, and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Going to swing it on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Got his man on the outside. Breaks it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And here he comes out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Bunch formation for these receivers. To throw, it's Dennis. Catch in the middle, it's Lawrence. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
When you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense offense is set up.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he just pumped that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Firing to the right, complete. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Huskers headed quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Dennis. They're working that left side. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Offense changing the play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the move. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Got guys, LSU has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
It'll be third and long. Motion from the back. Scanning the field, it's Dennis. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He might want another play. Sends it back in motion. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. Motion from the wideout. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Back to pass on second down. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I love the awareness by the DB. Great job, man. It's in your own end zone. You see the ball, you break on it. I'm not trying to catch that thing. I'm trying to swat it down. Make sure I don't give up the touchdown. Nice awareness by the DB.
To the air, it's Dennis. Looking for the score. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Running to daylight from inside his 25. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks. This guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. A design run for the quarterback. Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Great place to start for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Power football with the run. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Dennis. Quarterback extends the play. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he makes the catch at the 10.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and goal. On the move. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. He's looking to pass. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Wants to adjust the pattern. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll send out the kicker here from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to have. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The Cal Bears have to find a way. Games like these, ones that are right there, the good teams dig down deep. They're up by a field goal over Cal. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll pull it down. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. LSU right back to the line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Dennis. Buys a little extra time. Finding open areas. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Working on the right. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Back to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass, and giving no space for the offense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Release to the back. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Tigers will hustle through the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Nebraska.
And the Tigers will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The give on the option. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Gets the back moving. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that. You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the comeback is on.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
From the gun, looking for a man. He's got a 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that 2-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you love the gutsy call by the offense there.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And I think this coach felt they needed something, right? You just scored, you created some momentum, you're still losing. Kick the onside kick, got aggressive, gets rewarded. Nice job by the onside kick team.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Takes it the other way.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll try to run for it. Brought down, but look looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. LSU quick to the line. Leaves it with the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that second.
Max going for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires it down the seam. He's got it along the sideline. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top. Might be looking to run. Pressure's there and he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Husker! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And it's nice to have those big tight ends down here in the red zone because they're such big targets, but they can block, or you just slip them out, find a little hole in the defense, feature them, throw it up, let them go get it. Nice job by the tight end with the catch and the touchdown.
They'll line up to go for 2. Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside.
28, Nebraska, 24.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Out onto the field.
And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they've got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He'll start this drive firing. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. pulls and fires complete.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has...
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The away team has a slight lead. They play a fun brand of football. Let's see if they can close this one out. They're trailing by just 4 to Cal. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him to get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Buys a little time with his feet. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. He's going to take off. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Cornhuskers racing to the line in a hurry-up.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football.
Turning it on. Touchdown, Nebraska. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. You know, I'm going to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay. I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the RPO, complete. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving a change impossible. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. And there's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback keeps it. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. DB's right up on the receivers. Smart move to keep it on the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quick completion to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, LSU.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
49, Nebraska, 30. Returner runs out of bounds.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. Still looking on the move. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And the Huskers will try to convert on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Takes a hit as he fires. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it.